Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you here this morning. And as you can see on the screen, I've placed my Telegram group where you guys can join completely free. You can find the link in the description of this video, how you can join there. And as you can see, I'm always posting relevant information, important information about what happens throughout the day. Anything that is of importance to the markets, I post it here. And I would say let's go ahead and get started right away. As you can see, since yesterday, we haven't really had any changes or major changes in the activity. We still have the strong resistance at 44,503 US dollars. And for those of you who are interested, we have the first support at 41,777 US dollars. The second line of support is at 37,504 US dollars. And then our third line of support is at 34,368 US dollars. Good entry level, and this is not financial advice to anybody, but I myself have an order at 33,000 US dollars. Now, we do have this other dotted line here on the screen that seems to be of significance right now, and we can go ahead and stretch it out a bit more so you guys can see. It seems to be a line of support as well. This comes, and we can see that very clearly on the 4-hour chart and also on the daily chart. It comes from all the way back here where we tested it as resistance a couple of times. Then, a few days later here. Then it became support here, and even though we dipped below it for a split moment, we confirmed it as support yet again. And then on our big W pattern, it was resistance here. And here it was support, not resistance. And yet again, it seems to be support at the moment. Now, in order to bring liquidity into the market, another thing I mentioned a couple of days ago, and that is that the price of Bitcoin likes to always go back and retest our EMA lines that you have here. And we can see examples of that also in the past where Bitcoin has a pump and then eventually likes to go back and retest the EMA lines and use them as support as the price moves up. So that's why I recommended that nobody goes into the market with a lot of leverage, because the market is not going to jump just 20,000 US dollars in just a couple of days. So that was something to keep in mind. It is something to keep in mind as we move forward. Also, another thing that I expect is that Bitcoin will probably go back and retest support at this line, and then try and confirm that support before we do continue the move to the upside, before we come into this important consolidation area. Now, if we look at the daily chart, we see that the price currently is above our EMA ribbons here, and it looks like they could start turning into the green zone, and that hasn't happened since December 3rd of 2021. But for that, it's important that Bitcoin can confirm that this has been a double bottom before it continues to move to the upside. Now, there was something else that I wanted to show you guys, and for that, we're going to have to display our daily chart for Bitcoin again, and another graphic that I have found here. Let's go ahead and make this a bit smaller so you can see this along with me. We do have our accumulation phase down here before I make it smaller, as you can see. And then when we compare it to our chart in the background, we also have this accumulation area or phase. Then the price goes up, same as it does here for Bitcoin, and continues to push up towards a distribution phase at the top of this chart, if you will. Same thing as what we have here in the background for Bitcoin. Then, of course, there's a market correction that brings the asset into this redistribution phase, which we can also see here on our chart. Then another drop in the market that puts us in a accumulation phase, which is where we seem to be at the moment. And then after that, the market is supposed to resume its move towards the upside. I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say about that, what you think, if you think that this is really something useful. So please leave your comments in this video below. And of course, that is with the idea also that at the moment we're trading really basically based on resistance and support lines. So not so much with patterns and so on, but it's nonetheless something interesting when you look at the big picture of how the markets move in the long terms. For the Fear and Greed Index, we are at 39 points. That is, we dropped from 52 points yesterday, which is something that I said yesterday in the thumbnail for our video. I said don't get happy too quickly. As you can see here, in just one day, there's a big drop, and we seem to be moving now between our 20 and 40 range. So, and I don't think it's going to change in the immediate future. An interesting article in the news says Bitcoin paints a clear double bottom, but alien momentum could force a 34,000 retest. And so a lot of experts and analysts are saying that there could be another drop to 34,000, to retest this support that I've already mentioned previously. And I personally don't really see that happening, just because that means the bears would have to really bring in some of the selling pressure that could do that. In fact, if we look at, for example, the liquidations, we can see that in the last day, in the period of the last day, a lot of short positions were killed or liquidated here when we had this pump yesterday. And also here this morning with the small, in quotation marks, reset, there was also some shorts that got liquidated, and we are at 147 million at the moment, which is pretty much the average in the situation. You can see that a lot of longs are being liquidated. That is true. So, something to look into. Now let's quickly go back and look in the smaller time frames for the 1 hour chart. As you can see, right now we are in sort of an accumulation phase. Not a whole lot is happening so long as we stay inside, or we stay above this little support line. If the price falls, the first stop, of course, would be at around $41,777. Now let's look at Ethereum, where we see that it's pretty much doing exactly the same thing that Bitcoin is doing, except with the difference that we still are far away from the neckline for our big W pattern, as you can see right now. So one thing, of course, to keep in mind here is, for those of you who are interested in trading with Ethereum, that is where our support is. And as you can see, this red line here at the bottom, that has already been tested a few times as a very strong support for the price of Ethereum. That means is at $2,577. That is the main support, and then the immediate support, which is this white line here at $2,757. So if we do touch this line, then that should be where we find the impulse to continue to go up. However, as you can see, we are still below our $3,000 price line, and I'd say so long as we don't go past it, then things don't look 100% good for Ethereum. It's, for me at least, a bearish signal that at least today the price could go back down before we go back and retest it. So that is it for today. Of course, as always, Please leave me your comments below. Make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You support this channel every time that you hit the like button and that you share the video with other people, and we appreciate that. I will see you guys tomorrow if nothing important happens today, of course. If it does, then I post it on Telegram. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Basti. Ciao, ciao.